The recording has started. Welcome to the day one of DevOps Hands-on Training, everyone. Very happy to have you all here. This is Madan here. I'm your DevOps trainer. We are going to start this journey of DevOps from today. Okay. And it's going to be a long lasting journey together. I know this is a big world and it's a big journey. DevOps is a very big area or so, and I'm there to help you in this journey. Okay. So before we get started, okay, this is an introduction class. Okay, so I'm going to help you with a couple of things like what is this training about, and then how we are going to structure our learning. Like for example, how the assignments are shared, how the recordings are shared. I will just give you a brief introduction of whatever the email that was sent. Okay, so yeah, before I get started, there are some ground rules. Okay, so please be available. Okay, please make yourself completely dedicated, and for the next 2.5 hours or 3 hours. Okay, please make your mind stable and always be present. So, and as you know, we are all spending our valuable time and money on these trainings. So you, me, and everyone want to get something out of this training. So, and one more thing, as part of these trainings and as a feedback that we got from last few years of training, okay, we generally give an opportunity for the student to ask questions once we come to a logical point, okay, logical conclusion of some sections. Okay, so you can you are free to post your questions in the chat. I will be watching the chat, and whenever there is an opportunity, I'll come back with a you can raise your hand as well, and you can put your questions as well in the chat. So whenever there is an opportunity, I will stop and then I will ask you to ask, means I will give an opportunity to ask your question. So yeah, that is all about this slide. So please be present. Please ask as many questions as you want in the chat, and then I will give an opportunity, and also raise your hand whenever you have some concern. Raise your hand, and I'll be able to stop whenever there is a logical conclusion. I will be able to stop and give an opportunity to talk. That's it actually. And as you know, every class we are going to have some assignments. So please do the assignments without failure. Okay, and take my help to resolve some of the issues that you're getting in the assignments. Through assignments, you will learn almost 50 to 60%. And after that, you can do more practice and you can gain more knowledge. Okay, so assignments are going to be giving you maximum learning. Okay, and there is going to be a project at the end. So that project is going to give you a consolidated idea of the end-to-end DevOps. Okay, so yeah, this is about our ground rules. Okay, and a brief introduction about myself. I am Madan Lanka. You can call me Madan. I am having 16 plus years of experience working with Fortune 100 companies in US and Australia and South Korea. So I've worked with Verizon in US, Samsung, and I am an alma mater, and I'm a student of IIT Madras, which is a top 50 university in the world. I'm holding 18 patents in US Patent Office. Okay, so this is brief introduction about myself, and I'm going to stop my video from here. We are going to concentrate on the content from now on. Okay, so yeah, once again, thanks for joining. And this is our schedule and the training plan. Okay, so day one, okay, we are going to learn about what is DevOps. Okay, I'm going to based on again every batch, we are going to improve our uh, training material and the way we are teaching. Okay, so based on the feedback, we are actually more concentrating more on the DevOps, and rather than concentrating more on DevOps introduction, how it is theoretical part we have reduced a bit, and we are more concentrating on the hands-on part. Okay, so we are going to cover introduction. We are going to give introduction to DevOps, and then we are going to quickly move on to the tools part of DevOps actually. Why? Before introducing any tool, I'm going to explain about what is the tool about and how it is going to be fitting in the entire big picture. Okay, DevOps, as I said, every company nowadays is using DevOps from the inception of the project to the delivery of the project to the customers. That means it's end to end. End to end DevOps is involved. So you have to be clear, okay, what we are learning. So whatever we are learning, it has to be fitting in this end-to-end journey in a project, right? So we are going to learn where it fits, okay? So that is what is going to be we are doing in our classes. And okay, this is how we are going to progress. If even if I discuss now all these things, you'll not remember. So let me stop there with this one, day one, and I'm going to touch upon this one every alternative class, and I'm going to show you how we are progressing, okay, in terms of learning and in terms of end-to-end project delivery aspect as well. Okay, so this is about our training plan, and there are some extended trainings available as videos. They are not live classes. Please note that these are advanced videos and these are not available. Okay, these are not live classes. These are available as videos for your usage. Okay, so this you can use, okay, for your learning. If at all you're already having some experience in DevOps, and if you want to extend that knowledge, you can use these videos. Okay, so these are not live classes. These are available as video links, which I'm be sharing. Okay, and also on top of this, I'm at AWS certification trainer, so I'm going to give some extra videos in terms of AWS as well. Okay, so just to help you with whatever the extra information, whatever that I can provide, I'll be providing that to you as well. Okay, all those will be shared, okay, as video links. Okay, so that is available for next 1 year or more than that for you to use it. Okay, so every year the content keeps updated, so that's why we don't promise giving the video links more than 1 year. So if at all you want to get the latest content, you can join our latest classes for free. Okay, once you are a student with us, you are student with us forever. Okay, so you can join our latest batches any number of times. Okay, that is what is the advantage you get. And the detailed contents, okay, as I said, on the day one, we are going to understand about, okay, DevOps, and then what are the benefits. We'll just briefly compare this with Agile, and how Agile and DevOps are helping each other. As I said, the theoretical part is reduced in this batch. Okay, we are going to cover more practical, more whatever the content that is more beneficial for you in your real life projects. Okay, so theory you can learn anywhere, but if at all you need any help with respect to theoretical part, I'm happy to support you there. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, these are, I'll be sharing this content. Okay, anyway, so if at all you have any questions or doubts, you can come back to me. Okay, so let's cover the introduction. The first thing that I want to show you guys today is the email that I have sent, the welcome email. I want to show that welcome email and navigate through some of the links to help you. Okay, later whenever you are going back, you need to be able to navigate through the links. So let me quickly grab that screen. I'm going to show that email, whatever I've sent to you. So I want to show you how you can navigate through this welcome email. Okay, so let me show that. So everyone, whoever is registered, they have got this welcome email. Okay, so let me open that. Okay, okay, yeah, I'm just opening that. It's a little slow, but please bear with me. Yeah, so this is the welcome email that I've sent to everyone. So for some reason it is very slow. Please bear with me. Yeah, so yeah, the schedule is from 2nd of April to 2nd of May. It's going to last for 2 hours plus question and answers. So over, on an average, it will be approximately 2 hours 30 minutes to 3 hours of class every day. Whenever we have class, it's going to last for 2.5 to 3 hours, depending upon how many questions we are getting. Um, so whoever is like have to leave the class after 2.5 hours, they're happy to leave the class. We are going to cover all the questionnaire, and anyway you are going to get the videos, so you can watch the questions and the responses after whenever that is convenient for you. Okay, so the first link that we have sent is for the Zoom. Okay, the second link, okay, I think this one minute, I need to grab another one. Yeah, so the link 2 is for the Google Drive. Okay, so this is the link 2 where we are going to have all our material. Okay, so April 2024 DevOps beginner, and this is going to have all the recordings. Okay, all the recordings. I will show you one previous batches. Okay, we have done the previous one in November, and I will show you the November batch links. Okay, this one, yeah. So November batch recordings are here. Okay, so all the recordings, if you go click this this sheet, you can see all the recordings here. Okay, so day 1 to day 17. So some we get extended generally because I want to deliver what there is no time limit. Actually, I want to deliver whatever the best things that is possible for the students. So it's always going to go beyond some the fixed schedule actually. So yeah, so that is about the recording section. Then the next link is for the Confluence. Okay, so yeah, here. So the Confluence link is where you're going to update all your assignments every day. Okay, after the class, you're going to upload your assignments to Confluence page here. Okay, so you have to create your own space here for yourself. Okay, if at all you're coming from Agile batch, okay, or Agile training given by Lakshmi, you know already know how to create your spaces. Okay, so if at all you're not aware, anyway the assignment will cover that. Okay, how to create a space and how to upload your assignments, all those things will be covered. Okay, as part of the day 1 assignment. Okay, so that is about the Confluence page. So all the practice and assignments will be uploaded there, and I'm going to review your assignments and the work that is done by you, or provide the clarifications if at all you need any clarifications. I'll be answering for your questions there in Confluence. Okay, and this is the so assignments. Again, assignments will be available here. Okay, as I said, that is one, that is the link 4. Then next one is, okay, the course schedule is already attached to the email. The next one is the AWS account is created for all of you guys. Actually already it is created, and it is okay, you can log into the account using the link. Okay, so if you see, the account ID is hands-on DevOps, and you can use your email and password here. Password is training at the rate of 1 to 3, and you can sign in. So this is going to take you to the console. This is called AWS. Okay, AWS is a cloud service provider. Okay, so like nowadays you would have heard about AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure. So if at all you're not aware, anyway, we are going to cover a few of the services, and I'm going to share some of the useful videos or training sessions that I've already given, okay, to you guys, so that you can learn some features of AWS and be comfortable. Because being a DevOps, you need to, if at all you are learning DevOps, you need to be aware of this cloud technology as well. That's why we are covering some beginner concepts in cloud as well in this class. Okay, so that is about this. The next link, that is AWS console is provided, and with your registered email and with the password that I have provided, you can access that link. And the last thing is the Telegram group. Okay, so there is a Telegram group for DevOps, dedicated one. You can join the group using the link, and then you can see all the previous material that was shared in the Telegram group, and you can utilize whatever the previous learnings and previous discussion from the previous discussions you can learn. And also you can ask questions there, and either me or any other students can answer the provide the clarifications. Okay, so this is our Telegram group. Okay, you can join there if at all you have not joined. Okay, with that, okay, we have provided an introduction on how to navigate through your welcome email. Okay, so yeah, there are so in this period, okay, we have a daylight saving, and daylight saving is ending for Australia. If at all any other regions it is happening, If at all we are not aware of your region, please let me know so that I can correct this one. Okay, the timings wise based on the daylight savings. Okay, so with that, okay, we have done with our introduction of our email and how do you navigate. We have provided a brief. Okay, just a minute, I'll have some water quickly. Yeah, so Ebre, you have any question before I get started?
My welcome email doesn't have the AWS login info.
Okay, I will forward that. So I will re-forward to everyone. Okay, so that you are not missing that link. I can share that quickly here. Okay, so apologies for missing that. Ebre. I'm sharing to everyone in the meeting group chat. Okay, so that, and also I will share that uh, in our WhatsApp group as well later. Okay, so that you're not missing that link. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what is, okay, let's get started. DevOps prerequisites. This we have covered briefly in our webinar as well. Okay, so there is one prerequisite as I highlighted during the webinar as well. The prerequisite is learning Linux commands. And to learn, okay, easily, there are some couple of techniques that I'm going to teach how to learn, okay, Linux commands. And why this is needed? This is needed for DevOps engineers to do some automation. Okay, so automation. Okay, what is automation? So to whatever that is done manually, okay, if at all, okay, you have to do automatically, okay, without manual intervention using the tools. Okay, you need some, okay, automation scripts. Okay, automation scripts are written using Linux commands. Okay, that's the brief description, but we will cover this anyway during our Linux commands section. Okay, so Linux commands are used for doing automation. Okay, automation is important for DevOps engineers to doing automation and making, okay, everything, okay, avoiding manual intervention, okay, is what is important for all our DevOps engineers. Okay, so Linux commands is a must. Okay, and you learn something. Okay, you learn how to create how to execute Linux commands and what does the Linux command do, all those things as part of this course. Okay, that is important. Coming to the Java, Node.js, React.js. Okay, these are the programming languages that are used by our developers. Okay, so our developers are developing applications for our company. Okay, so to develop applications, they are using software programming languages like Java, Node.js, React.js, Python. Okay, like this we have couple of them. Okay, we have couple of them, and we need not know anything about these technology. I mean, we don't need to know how these programs are written, but we need to understand, okay, few basic things regarding each of these programming languages. For example, what is this programming language, why this programming language is used, in what scenarios these programming languages are used. Okay, how to, okay, let's say a developer has written a application for the company, then we are supposed to take this application for production. Okay, production, we have to take this application into production for customers usage. How to, okay, run this application, or how to delete this application, those kind of basic operations we have to know being a DevOps engineer. Okay, or you have to be aware, if at all you are joining this course only to know about these, about basics of DevOps. And 'cause some students, they just want to know about DevOps so that they can use that as a being a product owner, or being a uh, being a product owner. They want to know how DevOps, what are the features of DevOps, what are the tools on DevOps. So they don't need to go in detail, but okay, it's good to know about these kind of programming languages. So that basic understanding is required. Okay, so we need to understand more about Linux commands. We need basic understanding of Java, Node.js, and for learning all these things, Linux commands, or learning basics in Java, Node.js, and React.js. Okay, we can use tools like, okay, Gemini or ChatGPT. Gemini is from Google, ChatGPT is from OpenAI. Okay, so these tools are conversational artificial intelligence assistants actually. Okay, conversational AI assistants. That means we can converse with them. Okay, we can converse with them like you're talking to a person. Okay, so you can ask questions in such a way that as if you're talking to a person. Okay, so that's why they're called conversational AIs. Okay, nowadays, chat GPT is not when compared to chat GPT, Gemini is picking up very well. Okay, Gemini is from Google, Gemini. Let me show you quickly. Gemini. Okay, this is from Google. You just Google it. Okay, instead of Google. Okay, go to Google and search for Gemini. And this is also an assistant. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so gemini.google.com. Okay, this is a very good tool. Now it's improving a lot and it's giving more accurate responses compared to. Okay, so if I want to just ask how to learn Linux commands being a beginner, okay, so it will give you step-by-step guide and it will also help you learn faster actually. So this is only a helping tool for you, okay, and it's not going to be the only tool that we are going to use. This is one of the tools that will help you, okay. So that is about DevOps prerequisites, okay. And what are the resources that we are providing? As I said before, we are providing AWS account for you to explore some of the features in AWS. And also I will show you how to create an AWS account. And another tool that we are providing is Azure DevOps actually. So Azure Cloud I'm going to introduce, plus Azure DevOps tools are provided. Okay, there is a tool called Azure DevOps here. Okay, Azure DevOps tool and hands-on. Okay, so that is for Azure DevOps tool is completely free. Okay, I'm going to show you how to create it by your own. Okay, and how to make utilize all the free resources that are available. Okay, so wherever there are no free resources, I'm going to provide them as a tool. Okay, for our learning. If it is available for free, I'm going to show you how to use it or how to create it for free. Okay, so these are the lab resources. Certifications. Okay, this course is not focusing on any certification. We are learning DevOps. Okay, DevOps is not specific to AWS or not specific to Azure or not specific to GCP. So it is a generic concept which is going to be used by all companies, and there are set of tools that are available as part of DevOps which you are going to learn. So we can't focus on certification as part of this course. However, I am a AWS certified solution architect and I give AWS trainings. If at all you need any help with AWS trainings, you can join my batch that is going to start next month. Okay. So this is about certifications, and in this class we are only going to focus on in this training whole session we are going to focus only on learning DevOps and what are the tools that are available in DevOps to help you become more confident and have confident conversations with your team or to apply for jobs in DevOps. Okay, so that is about certification. Okay, now the actual uh, the actual concept of DevOps and why DevOps. Okay, we are going to learn. Okay, have evolution of DevOps quickly. As I said, we are not going to spend much theoretical time on theoretical concepts. We are going to learn about practical DevOps concepts. Okay, what is happening in market? I'm going to explain. Okay, from that point of view. Okay, so I may skip some of these slides, okay, here and there, which you can read later, okay. So DevOps, the whole DevOps concept started early in 2010, okay, and now, okay, it has become a de facto standard in every company. So it started, it started around 2010, and the companies like Netflix have okay made this concept very successful. Okay, DevOps started in 2010, and then it was practiced very well by Netflix. And after Netflix success, and because Netflix was using AWS at that time, and every company wanted to adopt that practice actually. So it started, okay, I'm going to explain why it started at this point and why this has become popular at this point, and how this evolved. Okay, so to explain that I need to explain about okay the traditional approach. Okay, so the traditional approach, okay, we used to have, okay, this waterfall approach, okay, where business was giving requirements. I know a lot of you are coming from agile background, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. We are going to we are going to learn more about DevOps than this like history. We don't need history, we just need why we are learning DevOps. Okay, so here, okay, in the traditional world, okay, before 2010, what used to happen is everything used to happen in a waterfall approach, like in a sequence. First, requirements were gathered, then designing of the application was done, then the implementation of the application was done, then the testing of the application was done by by the testers, okay, and deployment, okay, or deployment means like taking the application into production for customers usage, okay, and the application was maintained, okay, in the production environment by the DevOps engineers. Okay, previously there was no DevOps, so these tasks were done by some team called operations team. Okay, whatever we are calling today as DevOps, okay, before 2010 they were called as operations team. Okay, operations, because they were mainly working on operating these applications and the infrastructure. Okay, so operations team was managing, okay, how they were managing the deployment of these applications or taking these applications into production and maintaining these applications in the production. Okay, so this is what, okay, the DevOps team before 2010 they were called as operations, and they were only involved, as you can see, at the end of the software development lifecycle. SDLC is software development lifecycle. In this whole lifecycle, okay, operations team was getting involved at the end. And in this time, during this time, okay, the requirements are provided by the business. The architects, the solution architects are providing the design, and the software developers are developing the application in the implementation phase, and the testers are testing the application. Okay, so operations team was not at all aware of what is happening in these phases, so they are like blindfolded until this point. Okay, so what was the problem with that? Okay, so the problem with that was, okay, so when they have to deploy this application into production or take this application for customers usage, there were so many disconnects, or okay, so many unknowns by the for the operations team members. Okay, so that was a challenge for operations team to understand, okay, what is happening with the team, what is happening with the product that is being done by our team in last few months or whatever the period that our team is working on these requirements. Okay, depending upon the size of the application or the number of features, it was taking around approximately 2 years to come to this phase of deployment. Okay, so that is a big, okay, that is a big period. Okay, and our operations team is not at all aware of this. Okay, the requirements or the infrastructure requirements, they don't know what operations support our development team requires to take this application into production. So that was the challenge. Okay, so there are a couple of more issues which I have highlighted in the next slide, and this is a old way of working. So that is what we have to understand. So we are just trying to understand in the traditional world. Okay, what used to happen is everything is used to happen in a sequence. Okay, so that was causing, okay, if everything is happening in a sequence, there is no parallelism. Okay, we can't work on features in parallel. That means it's a huge delay to the product taking the application into commercializing the product was taking a lot of time. Okay, so that's when, okay, during 2010, okay, agile has become very popular. Okay, agile was booming at the time. Okay, agile methodologies are becoming popular. Then DevOps, okay, also, okay, started, okay, along with agile and DevOps. Okay, it has become a new de facto standard. Okay, and every company wanted to adopt this agile plus DevOps methodologies. Okay, so what are the advantages we get by using this agile and DevOps methodologies? Okay, so what what are the challenges that it is, okay, solving? Okay, is all these. Okay, sequential and rigid process. There is no sequential, there's no need of working in sequence using Agile and DevOps. We are going to learn how. Okay, so there are a lot of challenges that used to happen with traditional approach, like with limited customer involvement. Okay, because we are only involving the customer, or we are only getting the feedback from the customer after 2.5 years of, okay, after 2.5 years of working on the product. So in the meantime, there might be a lot of changes in the market and in the customer requirements which we are not accounting for. Okay, that's what Agile, okay, is solving that problem here for us. Okay, Agile will always suggest, okay, don't work on, okay, long-term features. Okay, work on small incremental features and then deliver them to the market and get feedback from the customer. Okay, so that is what actually is happening with Agile and DevOps. So there are like a lot of issues like this which we had with the traditional approach. Okay, late discovery of issues. Okay, as I said, because we are involving our teams in a sequential manner. So the time we get to know about the issue, okay, the time, like, it is going to be taking some time for us to understand there is an issue, because everything is happening in a sequence. We are not, okay, we are not doing things in parallel. Okay, so that means every issue we'll be finding in a sequential manner, and it's a long feedback loop. The feedback loop, as you can see, it's a long feedback loop here. So if at all if at all okay, operations team member find something, okay, and it has to be reported back to our business team which is working on requirements, then it's a long feedback loop. Actually, it's going to be taking almost 2 years to provide feedback to our business team. So that is not feasible in today's dynamic world. So that's a long feedback loop. Okay, limited flexibility and adaptability, because everything is fixed upfront and it's, okay, it's decided by the business team, and then we are working on delivering that application to our customer. We are not allowed to do any changes, and it's not at all flexible, and it's a big challenge for us to do any changes with this approach. If at all we are asked to do any changes, that means it is going to impact your delivery timelines actually. Okay, and also the teams are working in silos here. Okay, and delayed delivery and time to market, because any change involves a huge, okay, impact on the timelines, and also huge impact on the amount of money we are spending on the project. Okay, because it's a, okay, sequential process. Everything, okay, will get impacted. What are the work that was done by our development team or our teams will get wasted, because it's a sequential process, and everything has to be corrected, and then again it has to be done again, like, or the overall process has to be redone. Like, for example, let's say there is a issue found by our quality assurance team, let's say, and again the feedback has to be given to the requirements, and requirements team or the business team has to find a solution and then ask the solution architect to design it again, and then our development team has to implement it again, and then it has to be validated by our testing team. So these are the challenges with this sequential approach. Okay, so why we were, okay, first of all, okay, why we were having this in the traditional approach, why we were having these big applications, okay, why everything was done, okay, in a so if you remember, okay, Microsoft used to release products to the market every 2 years or 3 years. Okay, operating systems or any products like Microsoft Office suite. Okay, they used to release, okay, during 2000 to 2010 2015. Okay, they used to deliver all the features, okay, as a big, okay, application. Okay, so traditionally on the left hand side, this is the traditional way of doing things. Okay, so that was the main problem. Okay, so traditionally what used to happen is, okay, so every application used to get delivered as a monolith. This is called a monolith. Okay, so monoliths are big applications delivered to the customers. Okay, so monoliths, okay, why they are called monoliths? Because all these features are getting bundled. Okay, for example, what is this application? This is a retail application. Let's say Amazon.com. Okay, I'm developing something similar to Amazon.com, which can sell health products and which can support payments, which can sell groceries, which can sell electronics. Before 2010s, what used to happen is, okay, every application, okay, used to bundle all the features in one big application. Okay, imagine, okay, in your iPhone, if I have one application in your iPhone or your Samsung or in your Android phone, if I have everything bundled into one big application, okay, instead of having different apps for different features, that will be too inconvenient today. In today's world, that will be too inconvenient. Okay, so today's world, what is happening is, okay, every application is independent from the Play Store. If I want, I can download, okay, something related to health. Okay, I can download something related to groceries. If I want something related to payments, I can download that application. If I want something related to electronics, I can download that application from the App Store. So that is the main difference actually between the traditional world and today's dynamic, okay, world, where we have different, okay, requirements or different features for different requirements. Okay, so the bundling all these features together, that is called monolith, and managing this monolith was becoming a big headache for all the programmers and architects and the projects. So that was a challenge that was happening, that was used to exist before 2010s. And later, after 2010s, okay, so there is a new architecture called microservices. Okay, whatever the services that you are, okay, whatever the features that you want to deliver to the customer, okay, instead of developing them as big monolith, okay, we are developing them as, okay, small microservices. That is the main difference actually in today's world versus the traditional world that used to exist before 2010. So now every company in the world uses this architecture. I can say that, okay, whichever is a modern company, modern DevOps principle, whichever company is using modern DevOps principles and methodologies, okay, they are using this microservices. There are, okay, two principles that are used here. One is, first thing is, agile methodologies are used to split these features into these microservices. Okay, then DevOps tools and DevOps principles are used to deliver and manage these applications in production. Okay, okay, agile says, okay, they do develop these features incrementally. Okay, so let me show you another way of this one, okay, explaining this. Okay, so this is, okay, draw.io application. I will share this link to you. Okay, you can install this because this is a very useful tool to draw quickly some things. Okay, okay, so let's say I am developing, okay, an application that is similar to Amazon.com. Okay, I have 8 features. Okay, so previously in the traditional world, what used to happen is everything used to get bundled into one big application. Okay, one big application. Okay, so as I said, now using agile methodologies, we want to incrementally deliver, okay, these features. Okay, incrementally deliver, that means we can, first of all, using agile principles, we have to split these applications into smaller deliverable items. Okay, so for example, in case of Amazon.com, if I want to, okay, split the features, I can split them in this using like these categories, like health category based, okay, products, and payments is another independent service, groceries is another independent service, electronics is another independent service. Okay, so these are the services that can be created independently. Okay, there is no dependency between health and payments and groceries and electronics. Okay, so DevOps and Agile, what they are doing is, okay, Agile is suggesting, okay, incrementally deliver or incrementally develop these features. Okay, and the DevOps engineers, what they are doing is, okay, they are taking these applications and they are, okay, delivering these applications into market, okay, into the cloud, like this. For example, okay, they they package these applications. Okay, they create packages of these applications. Okay, when I say package, just imagine, okay, app store, okay, app store or play store, okay, and you are a consumer, okay, you are a consumer who is using mobile phone, and you are a consumer of Android or iPhone, okay, and you are, okay, using the applications from your app store, right? These are the app store applications, imagine. And who is, okay, delivering these applications to app store? DevOps engineers are creating some automated, okay, scripts to take these applications that are developed by our developers, okay, and package them in such a way that they can be delivered to the app store. Okay, so this is what our DevOps engineers are doing. Okay, and where is Agile coming into picture here? Agile is mainly concentrating on, okay, the prince, like how a big feature, okay, or a big application can be delivered incrementally. As I said, okay, health is one feature in Amazon.com, payments is one feature, okay, groceries. So like this we have multiple features, and Agile is helping us split this big monolith into smaller, okay, pieces of work, okay, smaller features, and then these features are taken by our, are developed by our, okay, developers. Okay, let me put developers also here. Okay, 1 minute. Let me bring the developers also, developer point of view also into this one. Okay, so okay, so these are done by our developers. Okay, our developers are, okay, okay, so our developers are developing these, okay, applications, and then, okay, we are taking these, okay, as a DevOps engineer we are doing some automations. We are going to learn what are those automations, how to take these applications into the market or cloud. Okay, we are going to learn in future classes, and ultimately the idea is to deliver the value, okay, whatever the value that we have created in terms of applications. Okay, these are the values, right? So health is one value, then payments is another value that we have delivered, want to deliver to our customers, okay, like this. Okay, so all these things are, okay, created and delivered to cloud. Okay, then these are used, consumed by our consumers or customers, okay, from the cloud. Okay, so this is the delivery mechanism in brief. Okay, and this is how Agile and DevOps are working together, okay, to deliver these applications, which are small consumable applications, to the market, and they are using, okay, to the market, in the sense we are delivering these applications to the cloud, and from cloud the customers are consuming it. Okay, why cloud? Because cloud is everywhere now, and every application is meant to be available on cloud so that we can access it from anywhere. Okay, so that is the main reason, okay, why we are, okay, why we are nowadays using microservices, because every microservice is independent and it can be delivered independently to our customers, and managing these small applications is also very easy. Okay, instead of managing a big monolith, managing these smaller applications is very easy. Why? Because let's say, for example, a scenario, there is a problem with one of the application in monolith. Okay, in the previous, okay, in the before, in the traditional world, what used to happen is, even if there is no change in health, no change in groceries, and no change in electronics, okay, because they're all packaged together, okay, it was impacting other services, because sometimes we can do mistakes, right? When we are making changes to payments, we may accidentally change something in our health or in electronics. So like that, okay, there was a lot of effort involved to make a successful, okay, release, when there is only one change, but we are actually taking the whole application and deploying the whole application into the market. So that was causing a lot of issues actually. Like in today's world, there is no problem like that actually. If let's say there is a problem in payments, or for example health, we don't need to worry anything about groceries, we don't need to worry anything about payments or electronics. We just need to deploy our health products. Okay, and There is no dependency between these applications. These are like independent applications from App Store or Play Store. So that means there is no dependency between these applications. Like let's say for example, you're downloading some application from App Store, it's having some problem, it's constantly restarting. So what you will do, you will update the single App Store application. You don't format the entire device, right? You just uninstall application and install the same application again, so that the issue can be resolved. So similar to that concept actually. So microservices are just similar to our App Store apps. You can, if you can imagine, okay, they like it's just similar to our App Store, and there is no, okay, no need to create, or sorry, no need to format the entire device. Just if you are having a problem with one application, you just, okay, update that application, that's it. So that is the main difference between the traditional approach and the today's modern application architecture, which is microservices. So this microservices is everywhere now. So if you are going for an interview, they might ask that what do you know about microservices and why the microservices are used. So please prepare with some interview questions in with respect to this one. Okay, microservices. Okay, and coming to the DevOps. Okay, now as I said, we already briefly touched upon what is DevOps and why DevOps is required. Okay, so they are required to do automation, okay, to reduce the manual intervention, manual effort required. Okay, so just to give you a official definition that was coined during 2008 or 9 period, okay, by Donovan Brown, um, who is a Microsoft engineer. What he was telling, what he was proposing is, okay, DevOps culture is required to become successful. Okay, why? The, okay, DevOps, according to him, DevOps is the union of people, process, and products. Okay, so people, okay, is about, okay, making people, okay, collaboratively work together. That's what DevOps is all about. Okay, so there is no silos. Okay, in DevOps it suggests people should not work in silos. Everybody should communicate with every other, okay, team member to make achieve maximum benefit. Okay, and we have to follow processes like Agile and Scrum methodologies. Okay, Agile, okay, principles are useful for, okay, to like there is a method to it, like to incrementally deliver the outcome to the customer. Okay, to incrementally deliver our features and to provide value to our customers. That is the process that Agile, along with the Scrum methodologies. Okay, we can, we have to follow the process and we have to use the products. Okay, products. What are the products? These are the tools that are used by our DevOps engineers. Okay, by following whatever the okay, process that is suggested by Agile and Scrum methodologies, and by having collaboration with all the stakeholders. So as a DevOps engineer, okay, the focus is here. 80%, 70 to 80% focus will be here. And the process and people is another 10 to 20%, I would say. So this is what is the definition provided by Donovan Brown. Okay, and this is required to continuously deliver value to our customers or end users. Okay, so continuous delivery. Okay, that is the main thing that we are trying to highlight here. So we want to continuously deliver value to our customers. It's not like every 2 years we want to deliver value to our customers. Okay, we want to deliver continuous value to our customers. So that is what is DevOps actually. Okay, DevOps is using, okay, following the processes suggested by Agile, and okay, following the process or the Scrum methodologies to deliver the project. Okay, it's following some processes. Okay, and it is also suggesting to have collaboration, high collaboration between your team members. Okay, team members, and it is saying use the tools for automation. Okay, use the tools for automation. So that is what is our main focus. Okay, main focus. So this is the main thing that you have to remember. It's a union of people, process, and products to enable continuous delivery of value to our customers. As I said, okay, the definition was created during 2008-9, but now the focus is mainly only on these products, because there are so many tools that got created over the past 15 to 20 years. Okay, so many tools have come into picture. Okay, so DevOps, okay, is about development. DevOps, the definition, according to the definition, it is development plus operations. Okay, development and operations teams work together to deliver value to the customers. Okay, that's the definition that was given long time ago. But it's not only the development team. Okay, it's all see, operations or DevOps engineers have to work closely with different stakeholders in today's world. Okay, not only development team. I will show you that slide a little later. Okay, so development and operations team have to work closely. That's a mandate. Okay, but not only development team, operations team has to interact with several stakeholders. And what is the main goal of DevOps? To automate. And for this one, we use different tools actually. We use different tools. Our development team is going to deliver the work, and we are the ones who are going to. So this is the development team, and we are going to do the magic of using different by using different tools. Okay, we are going to deliver the value to our customers. So we are going to deliver value to our customers by using different tools, and we are going to do this continuously. Okay, we are going to do this continuously, and while we are doing this, we are going to follow the process, and we are going to have, okay, interactions with different stakeholders and deliver value to the customer. Okay, so it's a development culture that focuses on producing quality product as efficiently as possible by doing automation. Okay, how we are going to do this? By doing automation. So, and we are going to automate the whole development process and increase efficiency and decrease the cost. Okay, so we are going to focus on tools. It's all about tools to automate. Okay, and there are different tools that are used in different phases of our software development life cycle. Okay, so let's understand what is a typical team look like in today's agile plus DevOps world. Okay, to do this, okay, we need a team, and a team constitutes of these kind of roles. Actually, there can be more than this that are shown here, but this is how typically a team operates. Okay, a team that is interacting with the business team. Okay, so business owner provides the requirements, and the business can provide requirements to several teams, right? So this is one team structure I'm referring to. Okay, business team interacts with several teams, but this is one team here. This whole team is one agile plus DevOps team. Okay, agile plus DevOps team, and business owner interacts mainly with the product owner, and also sometimes business owners interact with our scrum masters as well. Okay, so product owner is mainly, okay, responsible for delivering value to our customers, and scrum master to resolve the impediments and to make the progress in terms of by following all the scrum and agile methodologies. Okay, developers are the programmers who are going to create the applications, and quality assurance team members are the ones who are checking the quality of the products. So DevOps engineers are the vehicles of making this whole process automated. Okay, wherever there is a manual intervention, okay, we are going to take care of automating that particular thing. Let's say there is some manual things that are done by our developers. Okay, to, okay, which we are going to see later. I don't want to cover it now. Okay, so whatever that is manual, we are trying to automate that in using DevOps tools, and DevOps engineers, our main focus is, okay, to do that for different phases in software development lifecycle. Okay, so just to give you a perspective, okay, Scrum masters interact with different stakeholders like this. Okay, product owner, DevOps engineer, developers, and quality assurance. Likewise, okay, our DevOps engineers are going to interact with everyone actually. Okay, so DevOps engineers, okay, have to talk to different stakeholders at different phases of software development lifecycle. So this is called infinite loop. Okay, DevOps infinite loop. Okay, so why this is an infinite loop? Because this is going to happen continuously. So where it starts? It starts here. Okay, so the DevOps, okay, role starts here during the planning stage. Okay, during the planning stage, we are going to get involved in, okay, the real-time project. Okay, then we are going to be part of the, okay, development activities. Okay, whatever that your developers are doing. Okay, the applications are developed by our developers, and DevOps engineers are going to be part of this phase. Okay, build phase. Okay, we are going to see all these things during our future classes. Okay, how DevOps engineers are helping in each and every phase. Continuous integration, we are going to learn what is continuous integration, deployment, like how we are going to deliver the application to the customers, and how we are going to maintain these applications in the production, and how to get the feedback. Okay, how to get the feedback and plan the future work efficiently. So all these things are going to be done by DevOps engineers, and we are going to see what tools are available for that. Okay, so, okay, I'm not going to touch upon this. Who is a DevOps engineer? As I told, okay. So DevOps engineers, it is going to be more clear for you in future. So this is a theoretical part. So we are going to avoid as much theory as possible. But if you have any question anywhere, please feel free to raise your hand, and I'm happy to answer the questions. Okay. So let me quickly do a check on the chat group if anyone has asked any question. No, not yet. Okay, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so there are different tools that are used. Okay, this is a quick snapshot of different tools used in different phases of the infinite loop. Okay, so don't need to worry or don't need to remember them as of now, because we are going to cover one by one, phase by phase. Okay, just to give you a brief. Okay, so yeah, so this is just to give you a brief. Don't need to worry at this point. Okay. Uh, Before I move forward, there is a question from Dan. Okay, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Please, can you go back to the infinite loop, because there was something you put there in terms of planning. I saw Jira and Confluence. Can we also use Azure DevOps as well?
Yes, you can use. Yeah, we are going to
Yeah.
cover Azure DevOps as well in this training. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, here I think you're asking about this one. Okay. Yeah, we are going. We can use Azure DevOps. Maybe I will put Azure DevOps because you've asked. Okay. Let me just quickly update this. Okay, Azure DevOps is becoming popular, so it is good to add that here. Azure DevOps boards. That's what you mean, right? Okay.
Yes, because sometimes if you put just Azure DevOps, it might be confusing. So having the
Yeah,
bots
that's
makes sense.
correct. Yeah. Let's put it explicitly. Okay. So this is Azure DevOps boards here. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, we are going to cover in detail all these things phase by phase. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. Yeah. So DevOps culture. Okay. So what has happened is, okay, in the traditional approach, okay, as I said, the support team, we were calling the team members that are helping to maintain infrastructure and to take the application into production. They were called as support team members. Okay, they were called as support team members, and they were involved only during this phase of software development lifecycle. Previously, they were only in getting involved during this phase of software development lifecycle. So now, after 2010, what has happened is there is a trend called shift left. Okay, shift left, that means all these practices of automation, okay, is shifted left, like this. Okay, shifted left. As you can see, previously it was like this. I'm just going back again. Okay, previously DevOps teams were involved. Okay, or the previous term was support team. Okay, support team members were involved only during the production deployment or taking the application for customers usage. But what has happened is it has shifted left. Okay, now that means all the good practices of automation on DevOps practices, okay, so they are shifted left, actually shifted left. That means, okay, we are going to do all these, implement all these best practices. Okay, to the from the development phase itself. Okay, so developers are going to experience, okay, developers are going to experience from the development phase itself. Instead of only experiencing them during the production, we are going to experience them during the development phase itself. So that means, okay, it promotes self-service thinking. Okay, so we are going to see what is that self-service thinking and all, like as we move along. That means you can do self-service. Okay, DevOps is going to provide some tools to you and you can use it, okay, whenever you want to do, okay, so to do some kind of operations which we are going to discuss later. Okay, so whatever the operations that were done only during production, that, okay, those operations were, okay, getting adopted very early in the software development life cycle. That's what is happening actually in today's world. So DevOps culture is all about this. Okay, so we are going to get involved very early in the software development life cycle, so that, okay, developers are going to use all the tools, okay, very early, okay, in the software development life cycle. Okay, this is called shift left. Okay, okay, so the benefits, just a quick theory. Okay, it improves the development deployment frequency. We can frequently deploy our applications to the market because we are incrementally delivering value. We are not working on big monoliths now. Okay, we are working on, okay, smaller microservices and delivering smaller features to our customers. Okay, using agile methodologies. Okay, and because we are, okay, we are working on smaller features, we can, okay, achieve faster time to market. Okay, that's what is important in this competitive world. We have to deliver the features very fast to the market. We can't say I'm going to deliver after 2 years. Okay, we have to deliver every day if possible, and it is real today. In Amazon delivers features every day. Amazon and all the big companies, Facebook, okay, they keep on delivering, okay, new features into market every day. Okay, which we can't notice actually, but they do delivery of these features every day to the market, and they do thousands of deployments. If you are not aware, okay, they do thousands of updates every day. Okay, so that's what is the scale today. Okay, because of the dynamic nature of the market. Okay, and because of the automation that we are doing, the recovery time, disaster recovery is faster. Okay, okay, so because of automation, again, because we are incrementally updating our automated scripts. Okay, let's say there is a problem in market today. Okay, with our product, we fix that issue and we make sure in the next release that issue is not, okay, we automate and we make sure we run some automated tests so that there is no bugs, okay, in future releases. So those are the benefits of DevOps actually, and it is going to be visible for you as we see the tools. Okay, as we see the tools, all these benefits, if you come back to this slide after our training, you will understand all those benefits actually. Okay, so we'll see how we are going to achieve all those benefits we are going to see. Okay, so just to consolidate our thought, okay, consolidate our thought, as I said, okay, previously, okay, in the traditional world, I'm showing the traditional world how it used to be now, and I'm going to show how it got resolved. Okay, in the traditional world, there used to be a boundary between different teams. Every team used to work independently. Business team in working independently, development team is working independently, operations team is working independently. So the business team is going to provide the requirements and they are out of the picture. Okay, now our development team is working on, okay, they are doing the planning, development, testing, everything together. Then finally they want the operations team, which is here. Okay, the operations team is sitting here and they have to, okay, take this application for customers usage. So, and they are not at all aware what happened before this point. Okay, so that was the scenario. But what happened with Agile and DevOps? Okay, Agile is fixing this area. Okay, so they are reducing the gap between business and development. They are fixing some of the aspects of how the business has to provide the requirements to our development team, and it has to be provided in a incremental fashion. Okay, incrementally the features have to be developed. Okay, instead of providing all the requirements together at one go. Okay, we are, okay, Agile is fixing this area where we are we are working on features in an incremental fashion. Okay, that is what Agile is fixing, and DevOps is fixing this area. So previously DevOps and development teams or the planning and the testing team, they used to work in silos. Now there is no gap actually. So they are working, okay, together, and they are working as a team. And shift left DevOps, okay, shift left DevOps, which we discussed before, okay, that is what is helping us work together and, okay, use the all the best practices from the development phase itself. Okay, and coming to the tools, okay, we are going to cover all these, okay, areas. Okay, so so any company in the world has to go through this process of software development. Okay, so what are the phases here? We are having code checkout and build. Okay, whatever the code that is developed, code means the programs that are developed by our development teams, okay, have to be, okay, built. That means they have to be um, packaged. You can think of packaging. Okay, so built, okay, they have to be built. Okay, then they have to be tested, okay, unit tested by the development teams. Then the QA team, quality control team, is going to, okay, there are tools called sonar cube and coverity. These tools are going to do the quality check. Okay, so these are the tools that can be used automatically. These are the tools that can be automated, okay, in our whole software development process. And for each of the phases, there are tools like this. Okay, Git is one tool, then Azure DevOps is another tool. We are going to learn both of them. Okay, that is used in this phase. Okay, in this phase, we are going to use it. And for unit testing, you're going to have tools like Gradle, Maven, and NPM. These are called build tools and unit testing tools. Actually, build tools generally can be used for both building the code and as well as for unit testing the code. So we are going to see what are those, what does that mean later, but these are the tools we are going to cover. And for the quality control, we are going to use Sonar Cube. Okay, we are going to use Sonar Cube. This is a very popular tool in the market today. Okay, and for the deployment, okay, or delivering the these applications, okay, to do the continuous delivery of these applications, okay, we are going to use tools like Jenkins. We are going to cover Azure pipelines. We are going to cover. Okay, there are tools like CI/CD which are similar, which are not going to cover. But if you see here, we are going to cover Git, Azure repos, Gradle, Maven, NPM, Sonar Cube, Jenkins, Azure pipelines. Okay, we are going to cover until that point. Okay, now coming to the next phase, which is like fetching the builds, doing integration testing. Okay, and then we are going to, okay, they have a phase called packaging and archiving. In packaging and archiving, we are going to see Azure artifacts. For the integration testing, okay, for the integration testing, we are going to show, okay, how we can use the tools that we have used here actually, the build tools. So there are specific testing frameworks that are available that are not required for this course for us, because they are more quality assurance team members use that, okay, which we are not going to see. Okay, so for us what is important is how do you, so we want to continuously deliver value to the customer, and for that we are going to, okay, in this phase we are going to use build tools to do the integration testing. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn as part of our DevOps course. And finally, there are, okay, a few more stages to deliver the application to the market. That is fetch, release, and ready. Fetch, release, and ready. Prepare the build for production. And we're going to deploy our application to different, okay, environments like Azure and AWS. Okay, I'm going to show how to take these applications and deploy these applications into cloud environments. That's what we are going to see. And as part of advanced videos, I have recorded some of these technologies as well. Okay, we have recording of videos for some of these technologies as well. Okay, so our main focus is to learn some of the tools to, okay, attempt for some of the roles that are available. Okay, and also to learn, even if you are not targeting for any DevOps roles, but you want to learn what DevOps engineers does, we are going to cover all the concepts that are required. Okay, in a software development lifecycle. Okay, in a software development lifecycle. So with this, okay, we have come to one logical conclusion for day one, and we are halfway through. Okay, I would like to take any questions, and I would like to give a quick break of 5 minutes after this. Okay, and we'll come reconvene. Okay, but before we are breaking, I would like to give some time for questions. Actually, I would like to take some questions. If at all anyone has any questions, I'm happy to take. I think Chris has asked already some question. I'll just answer
Yeah,
that.
yeah, this Vincent, I have a question here. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
go
is a
ahead,
very
Vincent.
good. You cover the area of the C Azure like end to end. What about Kubernetes and Dockers and Terraform? Is gonna
Yes,
be
it's yeah. So Kubernetes is covered as part of this training. Okay, let me show that quickly. So Kubernetes is covered. Okay, so we are going to cover during the last few classes. Okay, Kubernetes and Docker, and how to deploy these applications into Kubernetes. Okay, but Terraform is going to be provided as an extra video for you, as an advanced video. Okay, it's going to be provided because Terraform is not for beginners. It's going to be provided as a video for you. Okay.
okay. Okay.
Yep. And somebody, Chris was asking a question whether we are going to get this material. Yes, of course, you are going to get this PPT, which you can use for going through all the theoretical portions as well. Okay. Any more questions, anyone? If no one has questions, let's reconvene in 5 minutes. Okay. I'm going to keep this timer and I'm going to pause this video so that we are not having a lot of video. Let me pause. Welcome back, everyone, from the break. So we are going to continue on few more things that are related to the introduction of DevOps. Okay, so let me maximize the screen. Okay, so in the previous okay, before the break, what we were discussing was how Agile and DevOps are helping us deliver faster to the market. Okay, and what are the tools that we are going to learn? We have given a brief introduction. Okay, so Agile, for those who don't know about Agile, I know a lot of you are from Agile background, but for those who don't know anything about Agile, okay, it's a software development methodology which promotes shorter development life cycles, and where there is a feedback loop that prioritizes the customer feedback and the changes that needed to be made according to it. Okay, so as you can see, okay, let's say we have four features, right? Okay, for example, we want to create a retail store, okay, for our customers, and the retail store has support for payments. Then we have different features, like let me bring that back here. Yeah, we have health related features, payments, groceries, and electronics. So what Agile is suggesting is, okay, to deliver, okay, incrementally deliver these features like health here. Let's say if at all we want to deliver health, we will start delivering that as part of this particular software development lifecycle. Okay, so it's a going to be delivered incrementally in, okay, in phases. In phases, each phase is called as a sprint. Sprint generally lasts between 2 weeks. Okay, for in some companies, or some companies has 1 week sprint also, but yeah, generally average 2 to 1 month is a sprint. Okay, 2 weeks to 1 month. I've seen companies using 2 weeks, some companies use 1 month. Okay, so that is one phase. Okay, phase in a software development life cycle. So features are developed. Okay, first, okay, as part of this particular sprint, what happens is we analyze the features, we plan what we want to deliver, we design what is getting delivered, we build, the developers are going to build, test, the testers are going to test it, the review is going to happen, whether we want to deliver this and progress this to the next, okay, next higher environment, or deliver to the production or not. We are going to review that, and finally excuse Yeah, once the project management team reviews the features and the progress of the work, they will take a decision whether to launch it or not. Okay, generally we deliver, let's say, to the market, okay, whatever that we have completed. Okay, then in the next phase, in the next sprint, okay, which okay, let's say we are having 1 month sprints, for example. In the next month, okay, we are going to take this feedback from the previous sprint, okay, and we are going to again fine tune our requirements, then again plan to deliver those requirements, then design, build again. So this is going to happen continuously until we deliver all the features that we have planned. So once first we'll target this feature, then we'll target this feature, okay, then we'll target next feature, okay, then we'll target next feature, and we'll what's happening, we are delivering value to the customers, okay, and getting feedback during this process, and we are just a minute. Can you guys hear me? It says my internet is unstable. If you can confirm that you can hear me. Okay, that's good. Thanks for the confirmation, Rekha. Yeah, so we are going to deliver these features incrementally. Okay, incrementally. While doing that, we are going to take feedback, and then we are going to, okay, review, and then, okay, modify or change the requirements as per the feedback, and then we are going to do again the same software development lifecycle approach. So this is what Agile is suggesting. Agile suggests shorter development life cycles so that we can get feedback and then do the necessary changes. That means there is a scope for correction in this approach. That is what Agile is all about actually. Okay, so what are the advantages? We all know, like if whoever is using Agile already know, it is transparent, the and it is predictable because we are planning feature by feature in an incremental fashion, and it allows for change every phase. We get an opportunity to do the modifications, and then it improves the quality of the work that we are doing. We are not forcefully doing anything. We are taking a conscious decision in delivering the value to our customers. So that is what the benefits of Agile. Now you may ask, okay, what are the differences or what are the main differences between Agile and DevOps? I'm going to quickly cover the differences. Okay, so I'm going to just put everything side by side so that you can see. Okay, so Agile, it's customer benefit focused. Okay, so DevOps is also customer benefits focused, but the main focus other than customer benefit or value to the customer is, so we want to always improve our development process. Okay, the focus is mainly to improve the way we are delivering the work, or the way we are delivering the value to our customers. Automation, for example. Okay, so always we strive for automation. Okay, and while delivering value to our customer, we always improve our development processes. Okay, and we do it incrementally, and it's a continuous process. Okay, Agile preaches collaboration between all stakeholders in a team. So same thing. Okay, it's, as I said, DevOps is, okay, following the principles of Agile. Here if you see, it's just adopting, because it's all about people, process, and then tools. Okay, first it is about people collaborating with each other, then we are following all the processes that are suggested by Agile principles and Scrum methodologies, and then on top of that we are adding some more delta actually in DevOps, using DevOps. We are using a lot of tools. That is the main thing actually. We are using a lot of tools, okay, to, okay, achieve all these things like development process improvements, and to achieve collaboration between devs and operations. Okay, so all these things are done by DevOps actually. So Agile, okay, Agile framework preaches us to use different frameworks like Scrum for delivering the value to the customer. Okay, so as I said, DevOps will as is use this one. Okay, we are going to use this as part of our process. Agile emphasizes on quality. Okay, so it is generic. So Agile, what are the quality that it is emphasizing on? It is generic for any kind of organization. Okay, whereas DevOps is emphasizing on automation, and it is always operations focused. Okay, So as you know, if you're not aware, okay, Agile does not talk about operations actually. It's always talking about quality. But how it is achieved? Okay, by doing, okay, by making sure the operations are done in an efficient manner using the tools actually. So whatever when we say operations focused, what does this mean? It means that whatever the application that we are delivering to our customer has to be operated while it is being used by our customer, while it is being used by our customers. That means if any issue happens, we have to quickly, okay, we have to quickly recover that particular application. Let's say there is an issue with Twitter, okay. So generally they will be recovering within few minutes or hours actually. They will not take days. Okay, so when we are using DevOps, it will be faster to recover our applications and bring back the applications to operation. Okay, so that is the main focus of DevOps actually, and we use different kinds of tools to do this actually. Okay, and Agile does not talk about it. So they go hand in hand. That's what I would say. They are not competitors to each other. They are going to work hand in hand. And the last one, customer feedback focused. Okay, so that is what Agile is preaching. Okay, now coming to the DevOps, it is also customer feedback focused, but okay, the other thing that is important is, okay, self feedback we are going to get in every sprint or every iteration of work that we are doing. So whenever we do something, we will get the feedback, okay, within few minutes or within few hours actually, because whatever the work that we have done, we are going to get the output. Okay, we are going to see the impacts of the work that we have done using the automated tools. Okay, if you do any mistake, it will be visible within few minutes or hours to us using all the tools that we are using. Okay, that we will see as part of our training classes. And it is preaching us reusability. Okay, so whatever the work that we have done in the previous month, it has to be reused. Okay, it has to be reused. There is, if you are not reusing, that means that you are not adding value to your company. Okay, unnecessarily you are, okay, creating new kind of activities which are not reusable, then it is not, there is no use actually. Okay, so that's what is another focus of DevOps. Okay, these are the main differences between Agile and DevOps. Now let me show you how the traditional waterfall approach, okay, before 2010, what used to happen. We already discussed this. Designing of the application was happening, like our business team was giving requirements, and our architects are designing the application, and our developers are developing the application, our testers are testing the application in a sequence, then we are deploying the application or delivering the value to our customer after approximately 2 years. After approximately 2 years. So with Agile, what has happened is, instead of delivering all these features at one go, we have split them into smaller incremental features using sprints, using smaller iterations. And in every iteration, we are going to do code and test, code and test. That means quality is improving, right? And we are delivering value to our customers incrementally. Whenever it is ready, all those features that we have planned, where it is ready, we are going to deliver that particular feature into production. That means it is our decision. We can deliver it early as well. There is no one stopping us to deliver at this point. We can deliver at this point, or we can deliver at this point after we complete the coding and testing. We can deliver at this point as well, but we need tools for that. Okay, to deliver continuously, we need tools. That's where DevOps is coming into picture, and it is helping Agile to deliver faster. Okay, see, if you see here, green color is the coding, and we can deploy that or deliver that application and test it, or we can test and deliver the application. Either ways, okay, we can switch the order here based on your choice. Okay, code deploy test or code test deploy, anything is okay. Okay, but the idea is, see, whatever the big application we have split. Okay, so here if you see, we have split them into smaller incremental features here, and we are delivering them, okay, continuously. If you see within this particular one, so we have split them into even smaller chunks. Okay, and we can deliver it faster. That is the main advantage. If you have tools to automate, if you have tools to deliver, then it is going to give advantage to us to deliver valuable features to the market quicker. So that's why it has become very successful actually. So that is the advantage. Okay, let's move on. Okay, feel free to stop me or message if you have any questions or raise your hand. Okay, I'm going to continue, but if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and I'm going to stop and clarify your questions. Okay, now how DevOps teams are working in real projects. Okay, so there are different, not every company is same, right? Every company is different. So each company operates differently. So we need to understand when you go to any interview, if they ask any questions related to what is the team that you have worked on, you should be able to conveniently answer. Okay, so here these are the patterns. So this is the first pattern here. Okay, let me correct it. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, this is the first pattern here. This is the second pattern, and we have one more pattern here. That is this one, third pattern. So let's understand each pattern now. Okay, so the first pattern is called blended DevOps, Dev and Ops model or shift left model. Okay, so where still the teams work in silos. Okay, development team is different. This team is going to be part of development team. All the developers are from one project billing, and the operations teams are going to be part of another team. But the only difference is they are going to follow the DevOps principles. Okay, because they are trying to deliver a product like Amazon, they are going to work together using all the DevOps principles, and they're going to deliver value to the customers. Okay, so they are going to adopt all the DevOps principles and automation mindset. They're going to have all those things, okay, when they are working for a project. So that is this model. Okay, so this is shift left. Okay, we are just adopting the DevOps principles and we are delivering the project, but the teams are from the development team members and the operations team members are from different groups actually. Okay, so the other one is cross-functional team. Okay, so it consists of devs, testers, operations, product owners, everyone that is needed for delivering value to the customer in one team. That is the main difference. So they are going to operate every day together. They are going to work together as a team, and it's going to have team members from different skill sets. Excuse me, just I'll have some water. Apologies for that. Yeah, so it is going to constitute of devs, testers, operation team members, and product owners. Okay, so they're going to work. Their single agenda is to deliver this application to customer, and they're self-sufficient because all the required members are part of one team. They're not dependent on any external team members. That means this particular model is optimized for throughput. Okay, because throughput means we can deliver more, okay, from this team than the previous team. Okay, this is more efficient way of organizing your team. Okay, we can deliver more value using this model. This is called cross-functional team because there are people from different cross-functional skill sets. Okay, so this is optimized for throughput as less number of handovers or handoffs are there because every member is going to interact with every other member every day. So that means they're going to share the knowledge, okay, as part of the team. Okay, now the third model, okay, this is only applicable for bigger organizations, okay, not for smaller organizations. Okay, where we are going to have enterprise wide DevOps team, and we are going to have model 1 or model 2. Okay, it can be different based on, okay, different organizations. So if it is a big organization, you can see this kind of a pattern as well, and this kind of pattern is kind of a hybrid approach you can think of. Okay, where there is a dedicated DevOps team, okay, which is overlooking all the operations of your entire organization, and they are going to be the guiding team for all the rest of the teams. Okay, so It consists of, okay, so as you can see, it consists of DevOps team here. When I say it consists of the DevOps team here, it's going to consist of like devs that are having systems experience or systems admins with Agile. So they are going to be having mixed experience actually. So this team, they are not only purely DevOps, but also they have previous experience working in Agile environments and previous development experience and also DevOps experience. So they are having mixed, okay, skill set. Okay, because they are very much experienced with all the skill set, they are going to work on, okay, enterprise work in the enterprise DevOps team. Okay, and their main focus is automating the pain points for the entire for the teams that are, okay, they are going to work on some pain points and they're going to give solutions to these individual teams. Okay, like this. So they are going to give solutions to these individual teams, and they're responsible for building a platform that allows self-service by the teams in organization. As I said, they're going to develop tools, they're going to automate few things. Okay, so like that, they're going to be like, okay, a team that can guide multiple teams in the organization because they are having so much experience and they're having mixed experience working in different kind of technologies and different kinds of environments actually. And they're responsible for providing tool chain to enable devs to build, okay, test and deploy their systems. Okay, and they're also going to coach other team members in the organization. So these are the roles of this DevOps team. Okay, so it's a big organization. So we are going to have dedicated DevOps team like this. Plus they are going to have, we are going to have either dedicate, so this one, okay, dedicated okay, sorry, this is a cross-functional team here, and this one is uh, shift left DevOps team. Actually, it's not a dedicated DevOps team. Model 1 is different. 1 minute, let me, it's a blended DevOps actually. Okay, let me correct it. Yeah, in the meantime, I can take questions, Elias.
My question is the cross-functional team. I've got two questions.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Yeah.
Is it the same cross-functional team like the one you have in Scrum? Because you did not mention like a Scrum Master in the cross-functional team here.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is the whatever the Scrum team that is you are talking about, the same thing actually. Yeah.
Okay. Then the enterprise, the last one, the one you call the enterprise-wise, is it the same? Is it similar to like Safe Scrum? Do they have
See,
the
they can,
same model?
yeah. So your question is related to this particular team, then yeah, they can also follow the Scrum methodologies actually. So they can also have a Scrum Master, product owner, but their goals are different. That is the only difference here. Their goal is to work on enterprise-wide problems actually. So they are going to overlook different teams problems, and then they are going to provide solutions and guidance and all the required support actually.
Okay, got it.
Otherwise it is the same like internally it can be also a cross-functional but it's more focused on, see here in this case our focus is mainly to deliver value to the customer, right? So we want to deliver features. But whereas this DevOps team here, they're focusing on delivering or solving the problems that other teams are facing. They're not mainly focusing on delivering features to the customer. They are not going to deliver features. Whereas this blended DevOps team and cross-functional team, their main focus is to deliver features to the customers, okay, and value to the customers. And this DevOps team is mainly to solve the problems, enterprise-wide problems, and manage the infrastructure and other provide reusable pipelines, tool chains, automating the pain points, coaching other teams. So those kind of roles these development DevOps team will play actually. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, no worries. All good.
Now, I have a quick question. So I'm just
Yeah,
thinking,
Chris. Mhm.
yeah, for the sake of an interview, is it safer to adopt the cross-functional team, like the
Yeah,
second pattern?
yeah, that's
Yeah. So,
correct. That's correct. You can say this pattern is more successful and this is what you worked on. You can answer that way actually. instead of taking risk of bringing this topic into the picture, always
That's a
safer
bit,
to talk about cross-functional teams because this is
yeah,
very common.
since less complicated than.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for asking the questions. I'm going to continue, but feel free to raise your hand and or put your question in the chat. Okay. Yeah, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah,
Last
my
question.
question is simply about because the title of this program is hands-on DevOps. I just want to know what projects are we going to be working on in the course of the training?
At the end,
Live
okay.
live projects.
Sorry,
Are
can
we
you
going to be
repeat?
doing live? Are we going to be doing live projects?
Yes, you are going to. Yeah, I'm going to provide. See, first class is theoretical. Next class onwards, you have the tools that you are going to use in your project at the end. Okay, at the
Okay.
end, you are going to have a big project, but from day two onwards, the hands-on part will be more actually. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
day one is going to be covering some of the aspects like we are going to touch upon all these actually. Okay, yeah. Let me move on. Thank you for all the questions. Let me move on. Okay, so DevOps, okay, skills as I already highlighted. Okay, it's all about okay. We need to understand why we are doing whatever we are doing. Linux commands, DevOps tools and technologies, and understanding about the concepts of continuous integration and delivery, and infrastructure as code, and one more thing, soft skills. Okay, so these are the skills that we need. Okay, as a DevOps engineer. Okay, if at all you are becoming a DevOps engineer. And DevOps best practices are these actually. Okay, so as I said, continuous integration and delivery of value is important. Okay, to deliver value continuously to our customers, and monitoring and logging are important for monitoring whatever for the operations. Okay, for the operating the applications that we have given or delivered to our customers. And to do this automatically, and to do this everything, to do any of these above, okay, we need to, okay, we need to manage the infrastructure, okay, in an automated manner. That is called infrastructure as code. We are not going to cover this in our training, but I have advanced videos for this one. Okay, okay, and we are going to adopt microservices based architecture and communication and collaboration. This is another key thing. So as part of our training, the main focus is this one: to deliver continuous value. What are the tools that are available? Okay, monitoring and logging is about mostly operations, and again there are advanced videos that are available. We are not going to have this one. So majority 80% is going to be here. Okay, whereas as a DevOps engineer, your focus will be always to deliver continuous value to our customers by doing continuous integration, continuous delivery. Okay, so these are the DevOps best practices. Okay, so as you become more experienced, then the next thing we're going to means you can use the videos that I'm going to share. If at all you're interested, like after learning the basics of our once you're experienced enough to move on to the next stage, you can look into these videos actually. Okay, so as I said, okay, previously, being a DevOps engineer, you need to have understanding of cloud computing. Okay, like for what is cloud computing? AWS, Amazon Web Services, or Google Cloud, or Azure. Okay, Azure Cloud. All these come under cloud computing. Okay, so before we understand what this cloud is, okay, achieving, okay, what these cloud platforms are providing, we need to just understand basics of how does websites work actually. Okay, so I'm going to explain briefly about what because you are learning how systems interact with each other, right? Like they are all interacting via internet. Okay, they are all interacting via internet. So we need to understand. Okay, we need to understand. Just let me go and grab, yeah, this one. Okay, so so we are a mobile user, right? We are always using mobile, and we are accessing different services like Google, Facebook. Okay, and they're all getting interacted via internet. Okay, internet, imagine this is internet. Okay, the cloud that I'm showing is an internet. Okay, so you're interacting with these services via internet. Okay, so now to give you an analogy, okay, it's like every service that you have will have something called as so this whatever the mobile that you are using is called a client, and whatever the services that you are using, like Facebook, Google, and other cloud provider services that you are using, they're all called servers because they are serving something for you, and you are a client who is using those services like Facebook, Gmail. Those are all servers, and you are using these services via World Wide Web. Via World Wide Web. And how do you communicate with these servers in IT, or in the cloud computing world? We have unique IP addresses for every device. Unique IP address. It's just like your home address, which is unique. It's just like your home address. Just now to come give you an analogy. Let's say I'm living in Australia and you are living in US. So to deliver something to you from Australia to US, I need to provide a unique address, right? So this is the address I'm going to provide. And it's going to be going to a post office, or it's going to be sent to something like DHL or FedEx, and they are going to check where you are belonging to, where this address is belong to, and they are going to deliver the package to that particular address. So this is what these delivery services are doing. Same thing World Wide Web is also doing. World Wide Web is also doing www dot. So what are the addresses that we are using in our www.facebook.com? What it is going to do is, whenever I am typing facebook.com, it is going to check what is the address of that particular facebook.com server. That is the IP address. It is called IP address. So to uniquely identify your server. So similarly, if I type www.google.com, it is going to connect to my IP address too. And how does it know this IP address? It is going to be managed by our www. World Wide Web is going to manage this mapping of this IP address versus this URL, or the host name here, or the name, or the website name. The website name is for our readability, but internally it is not going to use the website name. It is going to use something called as IP address. So what happens is, whenever I type google.com in my mobile, first it is going to go into my World Wide Web. It is like my post office. Then it is going to check what is the IP address for my www so google.com. Then it is going to fetch that IP address, and then it is going to connect to that particular IP address. And then it is going to deliver the information whatever that we are requesting. So let's say I'm typing what are the best DevOps tools. Then it is going to deliver that search request to our google.com. Then again, the response that is coming from google.com is going to travel in the same path. The response. So let's say this is a request. Let me draw the response. The response is going to come to our mobile like in this path, like this. So, and we're going to see the results in our mobile. This is how basically internet works. So it's all dependent on our IP addresses. Every communication that is happening over the world, over all these networks, they are happening using IP addresses. That's what you have to remember. This is very fundamental to our understanding of cloud computing. That's why we are learning this. So yeah. So I think Mers asked some question which I like missed actually. So I think Mers was asking DevOps skills. So sorry for that. I had to switch back because I missed the question from one of the student. So yeah, Mers was asking what are the key skills. So we need to understand all the key concepts of why we are doing some DevOps, okay, why we are learning some tools, why we need, what tools are needed for what particular, what tools are required to solve what problems. We need to understand that actually. And also we need to understand Linux basic commands which are required for automation. Then all the tools that we are going to learn, all those tools we have to understand, and we have to understand how these tools can be used to do continuous integration, continuous delivery. And then infrastructure is going to be used for, okay, running our production applications. So we have to know how to run this infrastructure, okay, by using, okay, as a code, like with we like there, how do you automate the infrastructure management without doing any manual operation? That's what it is all about, and it's an advanced concept, so we are not going to cover it. And finally, we need soft skills, okay, as a DevOps engineer. And somebody was asking, raising their hand in between, Ebery or Elias, someone.
Yeah, it was Elias, it's me.
Elias, yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, in the webinar, you did say you were going to provide us a platform
Yeah.
or like an app where we can learn Linux in 3 weeks or something.
Yeah. I'm going to provide that. We are going to see in the next class. We are going to cover that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to provide that. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue our understanding of cloud computing. Okay. So cloud. Okay. Server. Okay. We said Facebook, Google, and all these services that we are using from your mobile. They are called servers. Okay. Server is nothing but a computer. Okay. It's a computer that will have, okay, if you bought any laptop recently, you would have checked how much RAM it has and how much CPU it has. Okay, together RAM and CPU. Okay, so compute and memory together. Okay, it is like equivalent to our brain actually, which is going to do compute and it is going to have some memory. Okay, our brain can do computations and it can save some information, right? Similarly, okay, the servers, which are Facebook, Google, they are going to have machines that are going to have CPU, okay, that are processors, and it is going to have some RAM. So this is what a server composes of. Okay, and they can store data, and they can store data in a structured way. Okay, so data is there, but it has to be stored in a structured way. We are going to see that in our future classes. Okay, structured way. So that means it, so for example, let's say I'm, and like I'm a university, I'm having a university, for example, just to just a hypothetical example. I'm having a university and I'm enrolling students in my university. Okay, so what kind of data can be saved in my university database? Okay, so it's like, for example, the first name, last name, database, date of birth, then the roll number, the department for which the student enrolled, the duration of the courses, those kind of information which is structured, right? So in a university, you'll always have the structured information. So that kind of structured data can be stored in databases. Okay. And finally, every network or server composes of, okay, let's say facebook.com is going to have so many networks, which is like consisting of routers, switches, and DNS servers. DNS means it is going to have mapping between your, okay, URL or your www.google.com to IP addresses, right? So this is what servers composes of. Okay, this is what you have to remember actually. That's it. Okay, the servers compose of all these components. That's what, as a DevOps engineer, you have to remember. Okay, and just to give you an example of simple network. Okay, so imagine you are, this is your home. Okay, this is your home, and you have security systems. Okay, security cameras. Okay, cameras. Okay, these are, assume these are your cameras. Okay, this is a simple network I am just explaining hypothetically. Okay, this is your mobile, which is, okay, going to connect to your router, and this router can communicate, okay, with all these devices via a switch. Switch is the device that can, okay, route the traffic from the network into the final end device actually. Okay, so this is high level. Every network in the world will look like this. Okay, every network in the world will look like this. So the switch is the one that is talking to the final endpoint here, like which is our security camera. And from, let's say I want to visualize what is happening in the front or the back, I can go via the request will be sent via router. Router sends to the switch, and switch will actually send or collect the data from each of these, okay, security cameras. These are the roles of the devices in a typical network actually. So, and every network in the world will have these components only. Okay, these components only. This is just to give you a brief overview. And okay, so we need to understand how this cloud has evolved as well to better understand, okay, why we are learning cloud. Okay, so when Google started, okay, they have set up their servers, okay, which is computers. Okay, these are computers which are, okay, serving customers with what, whenever somebody searches for something in Google, they used to come to the servers that are hosted in a garage. Okay, and then slowly they have, because as they have grown, okay, drastically, they were not able to support all their computers within home or garage, and they were able to afford with the money they got, so they have established their office, and all those computers were, okay, moved into a dedicated place called data center. Okay, so this is a typical architecture that used to exist before the cloud has arrived. Every company like Google used to have their own dedicated data center or set of computers to serve their customers. But okay, this model, yeah, maintaining the data center is becoming hectic for all the companies which are small. Okay, that's when, okay, that's when, okay, cloud computing has come into picture. Instead of hosting all these computers in the individual office premises, okay, so what, okay, AWS has proposed is, okay, you don't worry about managing these computers. I can manage these computers for you, and you just pay me for what are the services that are I'm providing. And these services, they have enabled it, okay, to be accessed in from anywhere in the world. So that's how it has transitioned. Okay, previously it was, okay, first Google has started with hosting their servers in garage, then from garage they had dedicated data centers for their particular company, and every company used to have their own dedicated data centers. But slowly, okay, AWS is the first one to start this kind of services for the customers. So where they have hosted the computers, okay, and services of to connect to these computers over the network, over the cloud, okay, and they made them available everywhere in the world. So this is what they have done. And the next, okay, company, so the first customers are these actually. Okay, Netflix, Dropbox, Gmail, these are the early adopters of cloud services, I would say. Okay, so they have made their services available over the internet and over the network, over the cloud, and they are available all over the world. These are the first ones to adopt, and they become successful actually. Now, coming to the different models, okay, different models of using cloud are, there are three models. Okay, again, like the three models that we discussed for DevOps, right? Every company is different again. Okay, and there is no one solution for all companies, but majority of the companies use this pattern. Okay, there are three patterns of using, okay, cloud. Okay, one is private cloud, okay, then there is public cloud, then there is hybrid cloud. Okay, the first most popular is this one. Everybody is using this model actually. Okay, for some special scenarios like government organizations, they use where there is a high security requirements, they use private cloud. Otherwise the preferred choice is to use public cloud. Okay, and the next one, okay, that is popular is second one. Okay, I should go in this order, I think. Okay, first one that is popular is public cloud, second one that is popular is hybrid cloud, and third one that is popular is private cloud. Okay, so public cloud is the preferred choice for all the companies. The next one is a hybrid cloud. Some of the companies, they are still transitioning from their on-premises networks to the cloud. They can't drastically move their applications from the data centers, dedicated data centers, to the cloud. So they are slowly adopting, okay, public cloud, but they are okay making the effort to transition. So first is, okay, first preferred choice is public cloud. Next is hybrid cloud, where, okay, some servers are on premises. Okay, hybrid cloud means some servers are on premises or the company's premises, and some they are using from cloud. Okay, some they are using from cloud. Private cloud is like completely private to the company. Okay, let's say for example, American White House data may be hosted in a private cloud for the uh, for the usage of president or whatever. So that is the kind of a special requirement, okay, for, okay, White House kind of requirement. Okay, they have to store the data very securely, and it's all classified information, so they cannot take the risk of putting that information outside their office premises. So that's why they are going to use private cloud. Okay, so, okay, what are the advantages? So because what are the advantages of cloud? We can get, okay, we can use the services on demand, and they are available all over the world. Okay, they have network access all over the world, and they can support, okay, multi-tenancy and resource pooling. What does this mean? Okay, like, okay, my company is a customer of AWS. Likewise, every company uses AWS, right? So that means every company is sharing the same hardware, okay, that AWS is providing. That is what is multi-tenancy. That means, okay, we are not aware that every company is using the same hardware, but internally what happens is we are all sharing the same machines that AWS is providing. So that's the multi-tenancy, and we can get resource, okay, resource pooling, like that means like resources whatever that are available, they are pooled for our usage actually. Okay, so they are grouped together for our usage. Okay, and we can expand, increase, okay, on demand. Okay, increase the resources. Let's say for example, we started with 10 computers in AWS, for example. Later, we have become very successful, and our customers have increased from 100 to, let's say, a million, for example, in within a 1 year. Okay, so that means we need more computers. But so if it is our own premises, then we have to manage all the hardware. Whereas if it is AWS or any other cloud, we can just request for more resources, and they'll be readily available. So that's why it is becoming very popular with, especially with the startups and big companies actually. So we can request for more resources on demand. Okay, and it is going to be measured service. That means whatever the usage that we are doing, it is going to be measured per minute or per second or per hour. Okay, depending upon what service you are using from these cloud providers. Depending upon that, we are going to get, okay, charged for the services they are providing. Okay, so the advantages, okay, what are so the characteristics of cloud computing are on demand. These are all the characteristics. Now coming to the advantages, okay, because we are not having any capital expense, okay, because uh, sorry, because we are giving this responsibility of hosting all these machines to cloud providers, the operational expenses are reduced for our company because we are not operating those anymore. We are given the responsibility of operating those machines to these cloud providers. So we are only going to invest money. Capex is only there, OPEX is not there. Okay. And because AWS is available, or all these cloud providers are available all over the world. Okay. So we can get cheaper. Okay, whatever these let's say if we have to do it ourselves in our own office premises, the same network, it may cost more for us, because we need to have people with different skill sets to do this kind of cloud network in our company. So using AWS or any other cloud provider will give that advantage, and we can get it for lesser, cheaper price when compared to doing it doing it on our own. Yeah, and we need not have any capacity. We can, okay, we can get, so we need not upfront decide on how many machines are required, or what kind of configurations we have to use. Upfront, we need not decide anything if we are using cloud, because cloud we can request resources dynamically. So we don't need to upfront decide on what kind of characteristics that we need to have for our network. And because we are able to do this dynamically, and we are not wasting time on creating this kind of infrastructure and other services, okay, we are using the services from these cloud providers. That means we can deliver the value to the customer faster, and we can stop spending money on running and maintaining these data centers. And also the another important thing is we can deliver our application to our customers very fast, okay, because these service providers, they have global presence, okay, global presence. Okay, so these are all the problems solved. We'll skip that. Okay, another important one that I want to cover today is different types of cloud computing. Again, there are 3 different types here. Not every company is same, so every company requires different offerings from cloud. Okay, and cloud is offering different kinds of these providing different kinds of services actually. So the first service is infrastructure as service. Okay, the next service is platform as a service, and next one is software as a service. As you can see, it is providing infrastructure as a service. Okay, for example, if you want to have some computers to be provided by these cloud providers for running your applications, okay, then you can use this infrastructure as service features. Okay, okay, now that is the first one. Okay, and next one is platform as a service. So we don't want to use infrastructure, but we want some already ready to use platform for achieving some use cases. Okay, for example, let's say I'm developing my retail application, right? I'm creating something like Amazon.com, right? So Amazon.com requires to notify, okay, requires to notify their customers whenever their purchase is made, right? So for that, there is some service called notification service. It can notify your customers via email, via push notification to your mobile. So those kind of features, okay, platforms are provided as part of this platform as a service. Okay, so this is mainly related to the cloud features. Okay, just remember that there are 3 kind of services. Software as a service, okay, this you can compare with Google Photos or Google Drive. Okay, so that is provided as a service for us, okay, right? And we are paying for that services. So software is being provided as a service. Okay, so we are using that service as a customer. So like that, different offerings are available in cloud different offerings are provided by cloud providers. And out of these, what is most popular is this one. Infrastructure as a service, okay, is the most used one. Next is the platform as a service. Next is, okay, software as a service. So these are the different offerings. These are the different offerings by the cloud providers. Okay. So the last part for today, okay, and with this we are done with our basics DevOps, okay, day 1. Okay, so these offerings, okay, if you have to understand in more detail, okay, what are the things that are provided as part of infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, and how they are different, we need to understand this layered architecture. Okay, so if you see in the traditional world, what used to happen with before cloud, when we say traditional world, okay, before cloud, okay, every company used to manage their own network. They used to manage their own storage. They used to manage their own servers. They used to have maintain virtualization. Don't need to worry all these details, but okay, these are the things that every company used to do, and it used to be very hectic for some companies to do manage this many types of features actually. Okay, so later what happened after AWS started this cloud, they said don't worry about, okay, all these redundant activities. Okay, okay, I'm going to provide you, okay, all these services for you. Okay, that is the infrastructure as a service, I'm going to give you a machine which has operating system and other stuff, and you take care of your applications. That's what they were proposing to the companies, and they were very successful with that. Okay, because managing the infrastructures has become very big headache for the companies during 2010s to 2020 periods. Because so there is a drastic evolution of these hardware and chipset, and there are like a lot of security concerns as well. So during that period, lot of security malwares and other stuff, so it was becoming hectic for the companies to manage their own hardware. Okay, that's when, okay, AWS has come to the rescue, and they said we are going to manage this securely for you. You only take care of your application. Okay. Next, okay, after some period, okay, they started noticing that, okay, they giving only hardware is not helping, okay, is not helping the company, some of the companies. We have to give something more. Okay, other than hardware, we have to give something more, like some pre-created packages or applications, okay, for readily using them in companies applications. Okay, for example, notification service, as I said. Okay, Amazon needs to notify different different customers whenever there is a new purchase that happened from their account. They have to notify via email, and they have to send a message to the phone, and also they have to send a message push notification to the application. So all those things are taken care by this, okay, runtime or middleware. So that is a ready to use service that can be plugged into your applications, and you can more focus on your business logic than trying to create, okay, some features that can be readily used from AWS. Okay, so that is another offering from AWS, which is platform as a service. And the last offering is, okay, you don't worry about any of the application. I will create the application also for you. You just pay me for whatever the services I'm providing. For example, Google Drive, Gmail, okay, Google Photos. These are all come under software as a service offering. Okay, so these are the different offerings that are available, and examples are provided here. Okay, later you can see and try to search in Google about these things, but right now you may not understand these, so don't worry. Okay, don't worry, because these offerings, there are a lot of features available as part of this cloud offering, so don't worry. Okay, just at a high level, remember there are three different offerings: infrastructure, that is hardware; platform, that is like a ready to use applications, okay, that can, okay, provide some basic functionalities. The example is notification service, and the last one is software as a service, which is like everything is done by them and we just pay for the services. Okay, with that I have come to an end for the day one class. um, Feel free to ask any questions or any other things. If you any other clarification if you need, please feel free to ask them. I'm happy to answer them. I'm going to show how to do your assignments. Okay, like just going to spend another 5 minutes on showing how to submit your assignments and what is the assignment for day one. Also I'm going to show. Okay, yeah, Dan, go ahead.
Thank you so much for today. I think my question is going to be more on the afterlife of this training,
Mhm.
with regards to IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Um, for someone coming from this training, definitely for most of us, I think most of us have less uh, no coding background,
Mhm.
developer background. Where will you think would be the best fit for us if we're looking for jobs, for DevOps
Mhm.
jobs? Is it going to
Yep.
be us, pass, or SaaS? Definitely, it doesn't look like SaaS for us because definitely when you work in an organization, because I just randomly just go through CM job posts looking for DevOps engineers, and for some, they're looking for someone just to focus on the CI/CD,
Yep.
and some they want someone to manage, let's say, like go beyond just being the DevOps engineer. You manage cloud, like the second line engineer,
Yeah.
managing the cloud, and sometimes they're looking for someone that has Python, developer knowledge. So for us, where would you think would be easy fit? For me, I think the easiest fit would be jobs that are focused on just CI/CD. But
Yeah,
what's your thought?
that's where I would say like a lot of jobs are available as of today in the market, and the tools like Jenkins and Azure DevOps, okay, which are going to interact with infrastructure as a service, okay. So those tools, they are not going to be fitting in any of these areas, okay. Those tools are going to work with these cloud environments. Either it can be platform as a service or it can be infrastructure, either one of them, okay. So we are going to work with these, okay, so cloud provided offerings, okay, using those tools like CI/CD tools like Jenkins or Azure DevOps.
Okay.
So why we need this knowledge? Okay, because we are going to interact with these services that are in cloud. That's why we need this knowledge. And I'm going to show Kubernetes. I'm going to show services like a platform as a service. We are going to cover one of them in our class. Infrastructure we are going to cover. Software we are not going to cover, but infrastructure and platform we are going to cover. Software, there is nothing much we can cover here, right? If you see Google Photos, Google Drive, what we can cover there? We don't have anything. But for us, we will interact with these kind of services actually.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
No worries. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, you can think about any other questions. In the meantime, I'm going to show 1 minute the assignments. Let me open day 1 assignment. Yeah, so I'm going to upload these assignments like I said before, okay, into a folder, okay. Like let me show that folder as well. Once again, I think it's already here. Yeah. So the assignments are going to be uploaded into assignments folder, okay, like this. And you're going to see, I'm going to do it every day. So all assignments are not going to be uploaded at one go. Every day one assignment will be uploaded, okay. And you open and do the task, okay. Let me show what is there in the assignment. And see, first thing is we need a page where we want to update whatever the work that we are doing. Okay, creation of confidence page is one, and space and adding your, okay, from the day one, whatever the learnings that we have, okay, we have to update there as bullet points, and we have to explain what are the goals and what are the roles of DevOps. Some theoretical things will be there in the day one. So those things you have to upload there. And also one more is there. Okay, one more slide for the assignment. Let me show you that. Okay, so differences between Agile and DevOps, then introduction to cloud computing. So these are the areas that we have covered as part of day one. So you are going to, okay, provide, okay, whatever the learnings that you have as part of the assignment. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. So you have to create, so I have given this link to you guys, so you have to create your own space here. Okay, so this is a common space where everybody is there. Here what you have to do is, I think already some people have created their own spaces, or by default it was created. So let me click on one. Okay, so here on the left hand side, okay, you have to create your content, you have to create your page. Okay, so the page one can be day one. Okay, DevOps day one. Title you can add, so the title can be added like this: DevOps day one, and then publish. Okay, so see, DevOps day one. Within that page you can add multiple pages. Okay, click on the plus icon there, and then you can add, okay, roles of a DevOps, or DevOps skills, or you can also add cloud offerings like infrastructure as a service. Okay, then platform as a service. Then you have software as a service. Like this, you have to elaborate more for each of these sections here. And then, okay, you can submit. Okay, once you submit, then you please tag me. Okay, publish it. Okay, publish, and you can tag me here. Okay, and say please review this assignment. Okay, save. Okay, so then I will get notified about this particular review requirement, and then I will be reviewing your assignment. Or whenever you're done, you can ping me directly into my WhatsApp and say like, please review, and I have completed my assignment. Okay, and please make sure that because intentionally we have kept this for 3 days in a week, because otherwise it is becoming very hectic for the students to finish their assignments if I have 5 days classes. So that's why I have made 3 days in a week. So please put some effort to finish your assignments on time. Okay, that's it. That's about assignments. Then anything else? Recordings, as I said, go to the recordings page, then click on the link that is provided here, and you can download the videos into your local machine as well, so that you can see them offline. So click on the link and then download the videos if you want. Okay, on the right hand side top corner you will have a button to download the videos. Okay, so on the right hand side, see download 4 files, and you can download them to your local machine and see them offline. Okay, so yeah, with that I'm done with day 1. Any questions? So usually the recordings will be available within 1 to 2 hours after finishing the class, because it's going to take some time to upload. Zoom takes some time to give the recording link actually. So yeah.
A quick question.
Yeah, yeah.
So in completing this assignment, do we need to just go on Google and get this information, or are we going to be using the slide?
Yeah, slide plus I would suggest to use Gemini or ChatGPT. That's how you can learn faster. It's like conversational, right? So you can ask the ChatGPT if you have any doubts, and then based on the responses, you can complete the assignment by learning, by questioning these kind of conversational AIs, and then trying to understand whatever the responses, and then put your learning into the assignment. That is only for first day, right? Rest all will be hands-on ones. So only for day 1 you can use Gemini or ChatGPT. Okay. Any other questions, anyone? Okay. If no other questions, thank you everyone once again for joining this course. Happy to meet you all, and I hope it's as per the next class. Okay, by the way, next class is on after tomorrow. We don't have class. Day after tomorrow is the next class. So we have classes on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 3 days in a week. Okay, so that you'll have enough time to practice actually. Okay. So 3 days in a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So next class is Thursday.
Yeah,
Okay.
this Vincent, can I call you maybe after the session?
Yeah,
Just
Vincent.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone, and have a nice day. We'll meet you after, yeah, in 2 days. Yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thanks.
Thank you, and you too.